to physically add on and take away them whenever the shape changes?
Yeah, as in whenever I want to narrow it,
Yeah.
or yes, I do. So yeah, so everything, so you use these kind of like hand tools, and they kind of you know, you literally like physically lift stitches and move them in and move it around, so you kind of shape. So in a way it's nice because it's kind of like, you know, everything is like no waste and sustainability now. And I've been like, you know, you shape your garment, there's no cutting out or kind of, you know, laying out a piece of fabric and cutting out and then throwing the excess in the bin. Everything is shaped exactly to the specification of the size. So, okay. So there is that, and that there is your little pattern. So, so you
It's
see,
like magic.
yeah,
It is. It's wonderful.
yeah. So yeah, they're very cool. So they're very basic little machine, but they are great, you know. So that takes me to my second type of pattern knitwear, which is a thing called intarsia. So I first fell in love with intarsia knitwear, which can look very like jacquard knitwear, but it's a kind of a completely different technique, whereby so you saw there the colours are kind of laid in at the same time, and they were both, and you can just knock the carriage backwards and forwards. But with intarsia knitwear, every single colour has been laid in by hand, like across the knitting frame. So this is a knitting frame, a hand intarsia knitting frame. I found this years ago. This technique used to be incredibly popular in Scottish borders, and you would have had like factories of maybe 300 people of like incredible hand skills, just like unlike anything you've ever seen. And they would have made this, but it's kind of, I suppose, with, you know, mechanization and everything being moved out to China, it's sort of in decline as a skill, but I'd really like to revive it if I could. So this is a hand intarsia knitting machine. This is the kind of thing, like you can do as many, this is also intarsia, all of this. You can have as many colours, as much detail as you want going across the front of your garment. This is a very simple design that I made just for me to wear. And I'm currently making that at the minute. So if you can see, this turquoise colour is where the blue is, and the charcoal is where the navy is. And I'm basically like putting in all the colours by hand. So every section has its own strand coming out here. And so I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but basically every row that comes along, you lay in by hand. It's almost like a kind of old style kind of weaving that you'd expect to see in a traditional rug in Iran or something. That's what it always reminds me of. Yeah, so you put, every strand is laid in by hand, and then the carriage is brought across, and then knitted in. So the word intarsia is, I think it's an Arabic word I heard once, and it literally means inlaid. And obviously you get intarsia woodwork and intarsia marbles, and that where different materials are kind of put in side